A very lovely hello to all my NEET champions, NEET 2026 warriors. So finally, I am back again with one of quality, fantastic session, and this is of course the final session. You all are in the last phase of preparation and revision for your NEET exam. So I have come up with very important session today, physics paper prediction. Yes. So let me tell you one very important thing. And just a warning to you, not a warning, just a lovely gesture for you all. So the question that I brought up today here in this live session, little bit, yeah, you feel little bit scary. Yeah, don't afraid. The questions are too good. My dear champion, you all are appearing in your NEET exam. This is not a normal exam. So make sure to solve good level of question according to the demand and according to the latest pattern of NEET. So that is the reason why I have brought up quality questions in today's live session. What you need to do here, just sit with your notebook and pen and try the solving the question with me. If you are not able to get the answer correctly, I am here. At least you guys can see on the screen the way I am solving the question. You just need to pay attention. Look at the screen. Try to understand the concept that has been used behind this solution of the question. So I have brought up quality questions, high standard question. You all can see very good questions that will be genuinely helping you out in this year NEET exam on 3rd of May. So this is my humble request to you all. Sit with courage. Don't get afraid looking at the question. I am here to solve each and every question for you all. So before I start this session, fabulous session, paper prediction, and let me tell you one important thing. If you watch this session till the end, your 50 plus marks will be increased in NEET. This is my challenge. If you watch this live session from the beginning to the end, your 45 plus 50 plus marks will be increased, because a lot of questions will be there in your exam from this session. Not exactly same, but yeah, the little bit pattern will be same. Yes, because no one can predict exactly same, but the question that I have brought up here, each questions are very powerful. Okay, so let's begin the session. Hi Arif, hi everyone. So I'm waiting for students, let them join so that we can start the session of NEET 2026 physics paper prediction. Okay. Yes. So what you are asking for, I'm not getting you, Arif. You are asking for your admit card. So admit card is already released of NEET, my dear champion. You must now your examination center, your exam center, everything is clear to you. Admit card is already released by NTA. Okay. So let's begin the session here. So moving to first question of the session. Can you see the question? Don't get afraid by looking at the question. I'm here. Okay, so look at the question. A small block of mass m slides along a frictionless track. So my dear, this is a track here. This is a track which is frictionless. It means no friction is there. So we will not consider here friction. Friction is 0. Okay. Frictionless track as shown in the figure. If it starts from rest at P, so initially the block of mass m is at point P. What is the resultant force acting on it at Q? Oh my God. So the block, when the block is released, the block is going in this way, and after reaching to the point Q, what will be the net force acting on the block at point Q? We have to calculate here the net force acting at point Q, and the block is releasing from the point P. Very easy question. See, what is the physics behind it? I know this question is little bit scary. It looks little bit scary. You might be afraid of after looking the question. But my dear, if you solve this level of question, so the concept that is used behind the solution of this question will help you out to solve other question that likely to appear in your exam. So if you get the concept of this question, you all will be able to solve question based on this concept. So that is the reason why I have brought up this high standard question, just to make you understand the concept using behind the solution. Okay, so let's do. So my dear champion, what is happening here? If the block is releasing from here and going here, So listen one thing, this point is initial point, this is initial point, right, the point of release, and this is the final point. Can you see here? I'm talking about first question. So in first question, the initial point is this, and this Q point is basically the final point. Now if I ask you initial and final point, what will be the total vertical displacement? Can you see here, my dear champion? This complete height is 5r. Complete height is 5r. And the radius, this is basically a part of circle. A circle is forming here. So the radius, the height of radius, the radius of the circle is capital R. The total height is 5r and the radius of the circle is 4r. Now if I ask you, what is the vertical displacement between initial and final point? So can you see here, when the body is released from point P and it is going to point Q, so this will be the vertical displacement. Can you see here? This will be the vertical distance, and this distance, this height will be, I think, 5r, and this is r, so this will be 4r. Can you see here, my dear champion? The body is released from point P and it went to point Q. So what is the vertical displacement? The vertical displacement will be 4r. It means that when the body is released, means the body is under motion, and here at the maximum point, the body has potential energy. Now when the body goes under motion, now the block is gaining kinetic energy. So we can apply here work energy theorem, because the complete potential energy will change under kinetic energy. This is all about the concept. I hope you are getting my point. So by applying work energy theorem, we can find the result. So let's do one thing. So first find out the speed here. What will be the speed here? So just listen here, champion. I'm doing first question. So we can write here, using work energy theorem, the potential energy at point P, it means what will be the potential energy? mg, and the height, this complete height is 5r, so mg 5r, but we have to calculate here, we have to consider this. From point P, the body is going to Q, so we will not consider 5r. The considerable height will be 4r, so we don't need to write here 5r, because 5r is the distance of the point P from the bottom, from the ground. So we don't consider 5r, we will be taking 4r, because the body is moving from point P and it is going to point Q, so this will be 4r. I hope you are getting my point. And now this whole potential energy will change into kinetic energy, so we can write here half m, and we want to calculate the velocity here, so we can write here VQ square. This whole potential energy has changed into kinetic energy. This is the work energy theorem, right? Okay, so my dear champion, can you see here, half will be cancelled here, so VQ square is equal to 4 to ja 8gr. Let's say call this at equation number 1, right? Call it equation number 1. Now come to point Q, because we have to find out, we will have to calculate here, resultant force at point Q. Now can you see point Q is here? So at point Q, the mg will be vertically downward, and mg is also a force, and the normal force, because this block is connected with the block, the surface of the block is connected with the surface of this circular track, right? So if two surfaces are in contact with each other, it means that there will be a normal force in this direction. Here this will be the normal force. Can you see, this will be the normal force, and this is the circular track. So here in this direction, this will be mv square by r. Oh my god, if n is equal to m vq square by r, and now can you see vq square, we have here 8g by r, so n will be equal to, this is m, and here this is 8gr, and this is r divided by r here, and can you see this is mvq square, so r will be cancelled, so n will be equal to 8 mg, my dear champion. So we got n equals to 8 mg, and n is in this direction, weight is in vertical downward direction. Now what will be the resultant force? Can you see, my dear, if one force is in this direction, then other force is in this direction. Here is n and here is m, and here we have proved n is equal to 8 mg N is equal to 8 mg, so this will be the resultant force. And we all know vector resolution, so the resultant force will be equal to this resultant force that we want to calculate here in first question. So the resultant force will be equal to under root N square plus m square g square, and n we have already proved n is equal to 8 mg, so this is 64 m square g square plus m square g square. Now this will be 65 m square g square, and root 65 is not a perfect square, so we can keep as it is this and m square g square. Wow! So this is the resultant forcing acting on the block at point Q. My champion, can we have any option there? Can we please look at the option? So we have two options. This option has eliminated and this option is eliminated. Now our answer will be whether the answer will be option number B or the answer will be option number 4. Right? Option number B or option number D. So there will be any one answer from these two options. We have eliminated two options, first and third, right? Now look at the second question. We have to look at the second question. So I hope this is clear to you all. So by applying just work energy theorem, we can calculate the results. So look at, yes, who is this? Good afternoon, sir. Hi everyone, good afternoon. Hi Shakira. So I hope this is clear to you. When the block is released from point P and it is going to point Q, so we have applied here work energy theorem, because at point P the block had potential energy, and when the block is released means the block will undergo motion, so there will be kinetic energy, and this whole potential energy will be changed into kinetic energy. So we have applied work energy theorem. We can also mention here between points P and Q for your clarity. So we have applied work energy theorem between point on P and Q. I hope this is clear to you all, champion. So first part is clear. We got the answer, under root 65 mg. Now moving to the second part. Second part is very logical. So I hope this is clear. I need some space here. So can I resume here? Okay, let me use another color. I hope blue color will be good for you. Okay, so let's do second question. I'm using this space here. Is it clear to all, champion? Anyone is having any problem, please let me know. Right? Okay, moving to the second question. Now look at the question. At what height above, at what height above the bottom of the loop, so the bottom of the loop is here, bottom of the loop, at what height above the bottom of the loop should the block be released, so that the force exerts against the track at the top. Force exerts against the track. It means that will be the normal. If we talk about here, can you see force it exerts against the track? So let's say the block has reached to this point, maximum height. This is the top. The question is asking about top. So at the top, the force exerts against the track, this will be the normal force, and normal will be in the downward direction, which is equal to its weight. It means that in this question, in second part, the force exerts against the track, which is normal force, should be equal to the weight. Okay. So first situation is given to here. The normal force, the force against, very easy question, N is equal to mg. Let's say we have already taken N terms for the normal force here. So let's say N dash, I'm calling this N dash. N dash is equal to M. Now the question here is from which, now one more thing. If the block is at top and the block is at the top, my dear champion, do you know the block will have potential energy, mg, and this complete height will be considered, which is r plus r will be 2r, and velocity will also be there. So we have to calculate here velocity first. Now how we can calculate the velocity? Listen, champion, if the block is moving in circular direction, this is circular, so here in this direction this will be mv dash square divided by r. And here in downward direction, two forces are there. N is also there, and plus mg is also there. So if we equate both, n dash plus mg will be equal to mv dash square divided by r, and n dash is also equal to mg according to the question. Now we can replace n dash by mg, so this will become mg plus mg will be equal to m dash square divided by r, so this will become 2mg is equal to mv dash square divided by r. Now can we cancel m, so v dash square by r will be equal to v dash square will be equal to, this will be equal to 2gr. Now the question is, at what height above the bottom, it should be released? I don't know. Let's say h height. So potential energy will convert potential energy mg, h will convert into total energy, and when the body will go in this direction, it is releasing from here, so potential plus kinetic both will be there. So mg2r plus kinetic energy half mv dash square. Now can we put the values? Let's cancel here first m. So m will be cancelled here. So we have gh is equal to 2gr and plus v dash square, and v dash square we have 2gr here, so we can put here 2gr divided by 2 cancel, so 2gr plus gr will be gh will be, this is 2gr and this is gr, so this will become 3gr, so here gg cancel, so we got here h is equal to 3r. Oh my god, any option is there? Under root 65 mg, and this will be the height, that is equal to 3r. Yeah, this is the answer. Hi everyone, option number D. Shakira Nausheen responded option number D. Very good, champion. Kishu, hi Kishu, option number D correct. Yashwant, hi Yashwant, good afternoon, champion. So listen my dear champion, I know this question is little bit lengthy and this question is little bit scary as well, but if you all are able to understand the concept using behind this question, let me tell you honestly, you all will be able to do the question if any question may appear in your exam on 3rd May based on this concept, work energy theorem. You all can solve the question, but the question is you have to understand the situation and the concept using behind it. So very important theorem, this is very important, work energy theorem is very important. So option number D will be the correct answer. I hope this is clear to you all. Should I move ahead to the next question, champion? Tell me. I know physics is little bit, very challenging for the NEET aspirants, but if your concept is clear, concept is crystal clear, champion. If you have clarity on the topics, on theory, my dear champion, this is one of the best subject. Yes. Moving to next question. Okay. Yes. Tell me, which option will be correct here in this question? The physical quantities not having same dimension. So we have to choose the option. There are so many physical quantities, torque, work, momentum, Planck's constant, stress, Young's modulus, speed, and this constant terms are there. So we have to find out the option which are having, the pair of the physical quantities are there. So we have to look at the option, we have to search for the options which are not having same dimension. Okay, yes sir, very good. Okay, which option will be correct, champion? So let's solve. If I talk about the first option, champion, so first option is torque. Now, do you know the formula for torque? Torque is equal to R cross F sine theta. Let's say in scalar form, RF sine theta. Now, what is the dimension of R? L will be there. What is the dimension of force? We all know MLT minus 2, and sine theta is dimensionless, so we can ignore. So the dimension formula of torque is ML square T minus 2. Now, if I talk about the dimension, I'm solving the dimension formula of option number 1. You don't need to be worried about it. So work is equal to force into displacement, Fs cos theta. Again, we can ignore the cos theta because cos theta is dimensionless. Now force is equal to Force is having dimension formula MLT minus 2, and S is the length displacement, that is L. So again we are getting here the dimension formula ML square T. Oh my god, can you see here this dimension formula and this both are same, but we are looking for the pairs having different dimensions. This is our intention, so first will not be the answer. Similarly, a stress, I know stress is basically force upon area of pressure, so at Young's modulus is having also same dimension because delta L by L will be cancelled each other. So just check the option number B. So if we check here option number B, now option number B. So my dear champion, here is momentum. Now if we talk about momentum, so momentum is P, which is having formula mv. So if formula is mv, so capital M will be there, and velocity is having dimension lt minus, so this will be the dimension formula of momentum. Now can we see here Planck's constant? Planck's constant is basically small h. You must have studied in dual nature of light, right? E is equal to h nu, Einstein photoelectric equation, so many times this appear. Okay, now if we talk about Planck's constant, so we have a formula E is equal to h nu in which h presents. So here we can write here h as E divided by nu. Now E is what? E is energy. Energy is what? Work done. Energy having unit joule, and work done is also having a unit joule, so their dimension formula will remain same. So energy has a dimension of ml to t minus 2, and this is what? Frequency. And we all know frequency is equal to 1 by t, and if this is 1 by t, so the dimension formula will be t inverse, so this is t inverse. Now find out the final. So this will become ml square, and t minus 1 is already there, and when this minus 1 will subtract, so this will become minus 1. Oh my god, it is having dimension formula mlt minus 1, and it is having dimension formula ml2t minus 1, so both the dimensions are different from each other. It means that option number B will be correct. Hi everyone, who responded option number B? Yes, Kishu is correct here, Shakira is correct here. Very good. I hope so. We can also verify this C. My dear champion, why I have told you both the physical quantities are having dimension, same dimensional formula? Because this is a stress, and if you look at stress is equal to force by area, right? And force by area means what? mlt minus 2 divided by L square, so this will be ml minus 1t minus 2. Now come to Young's modulus. So Young's modulus is equal to stress by strain, so force by A divided by strain delta L by, oh my god, can you see here, this is delta L by L. So delta L by L means, delta L means small length, the increment and decrement in length, and L is what? Original length, right? So this is L, whether this is a small length, but of course this is L, this is, we are talking about length, and this is also length, so they both will cancel each other. There will be no impact dimensionally of this ratio because both are having same dimension. So Young's modulus is indirectly having same dimension of stress. So Young's modulus and stress both are having same dimensional formula. I hope this is clear to you all. Please tell me everyone, is this clear to you everyone, why the dimensional formula of Young's modulus and the dimensional formula of stress both are same? Why? Is it clear to you all? I hope this is clear to you all. And if you go through the dimension formula of this and this, again the result will same. Is it clear to all champions? Should I move ahead to the next question? Yes. Is it clear to all? These questions are very important for your exam this year, NEET exam champion. So yes, moving to next question. These are very important questions. Okay, most important predictable question for you all. Yes, which option will be correct for this question? For this question, if you remember the formula, the result will come just in fraction of seconds. If you know the formula, if you don't know the formula of projectile, you cannot solve the question. Otherwise this question will utilize a lot of time from you. If you know the formula directly, yes, you can get the result. Hi everyone. Okay, look at the question. The question is, two bodies are projected at an angle theta and 90 minus theta, the horizontal with the same speed. Okay, so there are two projectiles, same horizontal, same speed, but the angle of projections are different. And we have to find out here the ratio of their times of flight. Do you know the formula of time of flight? If you know the formula of time of flight, you can solve this question. Otherwise, you cannot. Hi, Shakira. Very good. So, if we talk about time of flight, champion, so in projectile motion, the time of flight is equal to 2u sine theta divided by g. This is the formula. Please keep it in mind. This is the formula for time of flight. When we throw a projectile with some velocity at angle theta with horizontal, so this is the time taken to reach again, to come again to the ground. This is called time of flight. And the time of flight taken by any projectile, when we throw projectile at angle theta, this is the formula. U is what? The velocity by which the projectile is projected. Theta is what? Theta is the angle with horizontal. Hi. Yes, simple, sure. So this session, see my dear champion, I know you all are pretty much prepared for your board exam, but what you guys required in this now, in this crucial phase of time, you all required quality session, quality questions. Don't try to study anything new. You all required something which can help you out to enhance your performance and marks in your exam, right? And that is the reason why I have come up with this live session, and I brought up all the quality questions by doing analysis and research in previous year questions. I have brought up some quality questions, and can you see here the level of question? Look. Yes, my dear, look at the level of question. If you guys understand the concept using behind this question, you will be able to solve the question if the question may appear based on this concept. And that is the reason why I have brought up some quality question. And ahead, so many quality questions are there. Can you see? Oh my God. So please look at the question. Look at the level of question. So have patience and stay in this live session till the end. And yes, of course, your 50+ marks will be increased. And lot of question will directly come in your examination. This is my complete assurance to you. Lot of question will be there in your exam, in your NEET exam. Okay, Shakira is writing option number C. Okay, Kishu is writing option number C. Okay, so let's do. So my dear champion, two bodies are projected at theta angle and 90 minus theta with same speed, same horizontal, and we have to find out their ratio of time of flights. So in projectile, the ratio of time of flight is equal to 2u sine theta by g. My dear, in projectile motion, as per my experience, all the questions are based on formula. If you know the formula, nothing is there. Nothing is there. Every question based on formula. Okay. Okay. Am I not audible clearly? Okay, Kishu, just a second. There may be some technical problem. Okay. Let me increase the volume for you. I think you should have told me earlier, na, so that I could make sure to increase the volume. I hope now the volume is increased. Yes, Kishu? Yeah. Kindly give me confirmation. Now volume is increased. Now you all are able to hear me clearly. My voice is reaching to you loudly. Please, Kishu. Yeah. Now everything is fixed. Am I audible to you all clearly, loudly? Kishu? Tell me please, champions. Then I will move ahead to the next question. Yes, sir. Very good. Thank you. Okay. So this is the formula. And let me tell you one important thing. The beauty of this session is you all can get the PDF of the session. And my dear all NEET aspirants, if you haven't get the All India Mock Test Series launched by Deeksha Vedantu yet, go our official website and official YouTube channel on which you guys are watching the live. There is a link given in description. Make sure to solve each and every question of that mock test list. Lakhs of students get benefited in previous past few years from our mock test, my dear champion. And the question that we have designed in the mock test, questions are not randomly we picked here from here and there. No, my dear champion. The questions are all created by the top-notch experienced faculties, right? So make sure to get that mock test, my dear champion. Go register yourself. You just required your email ID and password, and by registering you get the access of mock test, and make sure to solve each and every question of the mock test. Please, if you all are dreaming to get into your top medical college, dream medical college, if you all are genuinely dedicated, if you are serious, otherwise there is no shortcut. There is no shortcut to get into your medical college, in your dream college. You will have to work hard for this, and people are doing, and a lot of toppers are producing day by day. They are becoming topper from you all. They are not studying anything extra. Syllabus is yours, whatever you are studying, everything is same, but the approach, the smart strategy they follow, you all are not following that. So this is all about. Very good, superb. Okay, so this is all about. My dear champion, along with this question, let me tell you few important theory part also of projectile motion. When we throw a projectile with velocity u at angle theta with horizontal, so the time taken to reach the maximum height by the projectile, this is called time of ascent, and the time taken to return back to the ground from the maximum height, this is called time of descent. And do you know, my dear champion, the time taken by projectile to reach the highest point is equal to u sin theta by g. This is called time of ascent. If I talk about time of descent, the time taken by projectile returning back to the ground from the maximum height, this is called time of descent, which is equal to u sin theta by g. Oh my god, this is very, can you see both similarities? Time taken by the projectile or any body to reach the maximum height, and the time taken by projectile to return back again to the ground, both are similar. And if we talk about total time, so can we please add? So when you add both, you get the formula 2u sin theta by g, and this is the formula we are talking about. I hope this is clear to you all. So you might get question based on time of ascent and time of descent also. The time taken by projectile in returning back to the ground from maximum height. So this formula will be used. I hope you are getting my point. Now moving to the question here. So two bodies are there, and so T1 will be equal to 2u sin theta by g. The first body is thrown at angle theta, right? Now if I talk about the time taken, time of flight of second body, 2u sin, and the angle of projection of second body is 90 minus theta. So this is 90 minus theta divided by g. And do you know, in trigonometry, sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So it has become 2u cos theta divided by g. This is the second. Can we divide? Because the question is asking to find out the ratio. So we will have to divide here. So T1 divided by 2 to T2 will be equal to 2u sin theta divided by g divided by 2u cos theta divided by g. G cancel, u cancel, 2u cancel. So this is equal to sin theta divided by cos theta. So in the ratio form, sin theta ratio cos theta. Any option is there? Option number C will be correct. This is all about. Hi Kishu. Who responded option number C for this question? Yes. Kishu is correct here. Shakira is correct here. Superb champion. Very good. I hope you have understood this question. And if we are talking about here projectile motion, so let me give you a very magical formula, because I want to give you, last minute confidence to you all in projectile motion. So there is a formula, r tan theta is equal to 4h champion. Wow, this is very important formula. Even JEE aspirants and NEET aspirants keep this formula in mind. Very important formula. Here, this r is basically range. Range means this distance. This is called range, r. And tan theta, you all know theta is the angle of projection. And here, this h is basically maximum height. So my dear champion, this is a formula. This is a very special formula which relates three quantities: range, angle of projection, and maximum height. So please keep it in mind. How you can keep this formula stored in your mind, my dear champion? So do you know, let's assume there is a boy whose name is Ratan. This is RTN. So just we can just take a name Ratan, r tan theta Ratan, right? And this is 4. You all might know Hindi also. So in Hindi, 4 is also called char. So if you imagine, 4 is also called char. So this is chor, char chor. And for h in Hindi, we can say hai. Oh my God, Ratan chor hai. By doing this, you can keep this formula stored in your mind. So Ratan, don't say to any Ratan boy. If anyone is having name Ratan, so don't say this. Otherwise, there will be. Okay. So don't say in front of any Ratan name of boy. So Ratan Chor hai, r tan theta is equal to 4h, right? So by this way, this logical way, you can store this formula in your mind. Very important formula. In some questions, horizontal range will be given to you, theta will be given to you, and you have to calculate the h, or h will be given to you, theta is given to you, you have to calculate range, or range is given to you, height is given to you, you have to calculate the angle of projection. So in such questions, you guys can use this formula, r tan theta is equal to 4h. Very powerful formula. I hope you in this live session you got a magical formula here, all the student who is watching this live session. Okay, is it clear to all champion? Are you guys enjoying the session? Are you all enjoying the session? Yes, tell me. Oh my, this is 4 in Hindi. 4 is also called char. 4 is also called char in Hindi terms. Okay, so that's why I have used their term chor. Okay, yes, tell me, you all are enjoying the session? I'm looking out their chat section to get response from you all. Yes, you all are enjoying the session? Should we move ahead to the next question, champions? Okay, tell me, you all are there? Any problem to anyone in this question? Thank you, sir. Enjoying, sir. But don't say this formula loudly in front of the person, anyone whose name is Ratan. Otherwise, there will be fight and some argument will start there. This is very secret formula. Is it clear? Okay. Moving to next session. Okay. Wow. Next question. Thank you, sir. Enjoying. Very good. Okay. Look at the question. Wow. Good question. So, two blocks A and B are placed one over another on a smooth horizontal surface. It means that this surface is smooth, and if this surface is smooth, champion, there will be no friction. There will be no friction force. So, this surface is smooth surface. No friction. No friction. Okay. The maximum horizontal force, okay, the maximum horizontal force that can be applied, okay, what should be the, that can be applied on the lower block A, so the lower block is E and the upper block is B, so that A and B move without separation is 49. Okay, the force applied here on lower block is 49 Newton. So this force is given to you. The force applied, the coefficient of friction between A and B will be what? Okay, we have to calculate here the coefficient of friction here. What will be the coefficient of friction here? This is the question. Yes. So, my dear champion, listen. Whenever such block system comes up in front of you, like two blocks are in contact with each other, the one block is kept on another, or three blocks are kept on one each other. So whenever such question comes up in front of you, always try to find out acceleration, because we want to move both blocks together in forward direction. We want to move both the blocks together in forward direction. It means that the acceleration applied, the acceleration which is producing in these blocks should be similar. This force will accelerate this block, and if the acceleration of the block A, the acceleration gained by the block A, if the same acceleration will be gained by block B, then only both the blocks will move together. So let's find out the first acceleration. What will be the maximum acceleration? So if I talk about here acceleration, let's find out acceleration. So find out acceleration. So my dear champion, the maximum force applied is 49 Newton, and the total mass of this system, this whole system is, we wants to move whole system together. So we will be considering whole system, complete system all together. So what will be the total mass? 7 plus 3 will be 10 kg. So we have formula. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Now force applied is 49 Newton. And mass, what will be the mass? 7 plus 3 will be what? 7 plus 3 into acceleration. So acceleration will be equal to 49 divided by 10, and that will be equal to 4.9 meter per second square. This is the acceleration. Now look at the physics, look at the concept. If after applying this force 49 Newton, the block A is having acceleration 4.9, and we want to move both the blocks together. So the acceleration gained by block A should be same of block B also. Means we want to also move the block B with same acceleration. And by which factor the block B will be moving in forward direction? Due to the friction force. Force is applied on A, and the friction force will tends to move the block B in the forward direction. The friction force is responsible force which is acting between the contact of both the surfaces, right? So when you have applied force on A, the block B will tends to go back. Getting my point? We are applying force here, so block B will be going backward direction, so the friction force will be in forward direction. Can you see the friction force acting? The friction force acting on block B will go in forward direction. This will be the friction force, and that force will be, this force will play the role in moving the block B in forward direction. The role of friction force is there, which will be pulling the block in forward direction. So this force will be equal to mass into acceleration. Mass into acceleration means mass of B and acceleration of B. I hope you all are getting my point. And acceleration will be similar, should be similar. So can we use the formula? So now, so let me show you by separate diagram. So this is block B, and the block B will have friction force in forward direction, and this friction force will be pulling the block B in forward direction. So this is 3 kg. So can we write here? So friction force is equal to mass into acceleration of block B, mass of block B, and friction force we all know mu mg is equal to, this is mg here, this is mg here, and this will be the normal force acting by this block in upward direction. So N is equal to mg. So mu mg is equal to mass into acceleration. So mm will be cancelled here. So can we find out mu? Mu will be equal to A divided by G, and A we have is 4.9, and divided by G we have to use here 9.8. So this will cancel by 1 by 2, and 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. Any option is there? Any option is there? Okay, option number C will be correct answer. 0.5 will be the correct answer. Is it clear to all? Very good. Is it clear to all? This question is clear to all? See, let me explain it again. We have applied 49 Newton force to the lower block, but the influence of lower block, the force acting on lower block, so the block A will move in forward direction, but due to which this block will tends to go in backward direction. If you go to the relative motion, it is going in forward direction, and the block B will tends to go in backward direction. So the friction force will act in forward direction on block B, and this friction force will pull the block B in, it wants to pull the block B in forward direction. And how the friction force will be able to pull the block in forward direction? If we can give the same acceleration to the both. So this should be the coefficient of friction. This is the coefficient of friction between the contact of both the blocks. Then only both the blocks will be moving together in forward direction. Very important question. I hope this is clear to you all, champion. I hope this is clear to you all, champion. Is it clear to you all? Yes. Tell me, is it clear to you all? If you all are genuinely enjoying the session, show me your pigeons, give me thumbs up, give me some hearts. Write in chat section, yes sir, we have understood the solution of the question. Everything is crystal clear, sir. Thank you so much. Please write it down in chat section so that, yes, it may indicate that you all are awaking, you all are there, and you all are studying with seriousness. Yes. Is it clear to all? Superb. Moving to next question. What is this? A monoatomic gas where gamma is equal to at pressure P. Okay, gamma is equal to 5/3 at pressure P is suddenly compressed 1/8 of its volume adiabatically. Then the final pressure of gas is dash time its initial pressure. Wow, this question is from thermodynamics. Very easy question. See my dear champion, in this question adiabatically term is there, adiabatically, and we are talking about here pressure and volume. Yes, these three terms are sufficient. These three terms are sufficient to make you help you decide the formula, which formula will be helpful for you this question. These three terms, if you focus on pressure, volume, and we are talking about here adiabatic, there is a formula, very classic formula. After just looking at these three portions, pressure, volume and adiabatically, we have a formula which relates pressure and volume in adiabatic process. Please write it down. Do you know the formula? Write in chat section. Do you know the formula for adiabatic process? Yes, I'm waiting for the response. Hi Kishu, Shakira, yeah. Tell me, do you know the formula? Do you know the formula which relates pressure and volume in adiabatic process? Very easy formula. Very easy formula. Let's see who can respond me, who can give me the answer for this adiabatic process. Let's see. No one. For adiabatic process, what is the relationship between P and V? Something P1, V1, power gamma, something like this. Let me give you a hint for this. For adiabatic process. Yes. Anyone is there? No one? Okay. So listen. So my dear champion, if we talk about here adiabatic process. So in adiabatic process, if you remember, we have a formula. The relation between adiabatic process and here pressure and here volume. So do you know, my dear champion, P V to power gamma is equal to constant. Oh my God, you forgot this formula. You guys forgot this formula. How? P V to power gamma is equal to constant. And gamma is what? Gamma is the ratio of Cp by Cv. You all know for monatomic, diatomic gases. Come on. PV to power gamma is equal to constant. If PV to power gamma is equal to constant, so we can write here P1 V1 gamma 1 is equal to P2 V2 gamma 2. And gamma is given here 5 by 3. Now look at the question. Now the question is, a gas is suddenly compressed to 1/8 of its volume. It means that here V2 is equal to 1/8 of its initial volume, let's say V1. So V2 is basically equal to V1 by 8. Now in this question we have to find out what will be the final pressure, means what will be P2. This is the question here. V2 is given as V1 by 8, and we have to find out here P2. So put values here in this formula. So P1, this is P1 here, and P1 is also given as P, so we can change the value directly because we don't have a lot of time. So P1 is P, so this is P V1. Can we write this formula just after little bit modify? Let's write this formula like this. P1 divided by P2 will be P1 by P2 will be equal to V2 by V1, and the power of gamma will remain same. And we want to calculate P2, so P2 will be equal to P2 will become equal to V1 by V2 power gamma into P1. This will be the format. I hope this is clear to you all. So P2, we want to calculate P2 now, because we are talking about final pressure. So this is P2. So P2 can be written as V1 by V2 gamma into P1. So let's solve the question now. So P2, V1 will as it is, and V2 is V1 by 8. This is V1 by 8. V1 by 8, so 8 will go up. And here this is gamma, and gamma is given here 5 by 3. So this is 5 by 3, and P1 is P, so this is as it is. Now can we please solve this? So champion, V1 cancel, and here 8 can be written as 2 to power 3. 8 can be written as 2 to power 3, and this is 5 to power 3, 5 by 3 into P. So 3 will cancel, so we have 2 to power 5, and do you know 2 to power 5 will be 32. 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16 to the 32. So this is equal to 32 P. Any option is there? So final pressure will be 32 times of initial pressure. Option number B will be correct answer. Yes. I hope this is clear to you all. For adiabatic process, PV, you know adiabatic process, you forgot, my dear champion, this is very bad. Adiabatic process, PV, P inversely proportional to B. So by using that theory, we got PV is equal to constant. Gamma is equal to the ratio of Cp by Cv. Yes, clear to all? clear to all? So please keep this formula in mind, very important formula. This formula is very important formula, champions. Yeah, okay, I hope this is clear to you all. Okay, moving to next question. Wow, this is quality question. This is very good question, I think. Very good question, I can say. Okay, look at the question. Moment of inertia of a uniform quarter disk, okay, quarter disk of radius r, of radius r and mass m about an axis through its center of mass and perpendicular to its plane. So in this question we are talking about uniform quarter disk. Uniform means what? The distribution of mass is same. Uniform, this uniform term indicates that, this uniform term indicates that mass distribution is same. So the mass distribution is uniform, right? Okay, so let me show you by diagram. So basically here in this question we have a quadrant. Do you know the slice of a pizza like this? So we have quarter of disk, means 1/4 of the disk. 1/4 of the disk we have. This is all about. Now let's assume the disk was in this way. The original format of disk was like this, right? And the radius of disk will be here. This will be okay, and this is the center. Now if we consider, I cannot draw this diagram in horizontal form on board, so let's assume this disk is in this form, horizontal form, and I'm having a quadrant, a quarter of disk, so, and the center of, if we consider this complete disk, so the line which is passes through the center, this is the center, champion. So the line passes through the center of the disk, having moment of inertia mr square by t. So if I talk about the moment of inertia of ICM, here if I write here moment of inertia of center of mass, this will be mr square by 2. This is the moment of inertia of disk. But here in this question we have to find out what will be the moment of inertia of quarter of disk, and one condition is given here, about an axis through its center. So let's assume the center of this quarter of disk may be here, may lie here, somehow here. Let's assume. So we have to find out the moment of inertia of this quarter of disk, the line which is passing through this. Let's assume I'm having this palm, let's consider this palm as a quarter of disk, and we have to calculate here this marker, this pen, stylus pen is the center of the quarter of disk and which is passing through the center of the disk. We have to calculate the moment of inertia of this situation, and this line which is passing through the center of quarter of disk is parallel to the line which is passing through the complete disk. The line which is passing through this center of this entire disk will be parallel to the line which is passing through the center of the disk. So both the lines are parallel. It means that, it indicates that in this question we have to use parallel axis theorem. We have to calculate the moment of inertia here, this line of axis. We have to calculate here. We have to calculate the moment of inertia along this line, right? And this line, can you see here? This line, this ICM. So here the distance will be d. This distance will be d. And do you know the center of mass, this center, the center of mass, the position of center of mass for a quarter of disk, do you know? Let me write here, this is the formula for quarter, center of mass of quarter, 4r by 3 pi, please keep it in mind, x-axis, this x and this y. So both 4r by 3 pi and this is also 4r by 3 pi. Now my dear champion, if this is 4r by 3 pi and if this is also 4r by 3 pi, so what will be this distance? This distance, this. So d will be equal to under root 4r by 3 pi whole square plus 4r by 3 pi whole square. Now we can write this format as 2 into 4r by 3 pi whole square. So this term is in square form, so d will be like 4r by 3 pi under root. Yes, this is the d. And do you know the formula? Do you know the formula of parallel axis theorem? So now applying parallel axis theorem, we want to calculate the moment of inertia of this quarter of disk. Let me show this quarter of disk using blue color. This quarter of disk, right? And along this line, which is at distance d from the axis which is passing through the center of the entire disk. So we have a formula, very important formula. We want to calculate moment of inertia there. So moment of inertia at that point will be equal to moment of inertia of ICM plus this distance, which is equal to m d square. This formula will be used here. Very important formula. Yes. Now can you solve? Anyone is there who can solve this question? Yes. I hope you all have understood the concept using behind this. Option number B. Anyone else? Which option will be correct? Yes. Few student is writing option number. Yes. Any other student? Tell me which option will be correct. Option number B. Rajneta is writing option number B. Very good. Okay, so majority is writing option number B. Let's wait. I'm waiting for others' response. The most important part in this question is to find out the D. This is the important part. And who can find out this D? Who know the coordinates of center of mass of a quarter of disk, and the coordinate x and y of quarter of disk is 4r by 3 pi. Please keep this formula in mind, champions. Very important formula, please. Yes. Yes. Anyone is there? Lot of student is writing option number B. Okay. So now applying parallel axis theorem. I hope this is clear to you, everyone. Anyone? If anyone is having any problem till here, please let me know. Right? So we are applying here parallel axis theorem. Now let me give you more clarity on this. So after applying parallel axis theorem, listen here, champion. This is first line, the line passing through the center of the disk, and this is the line passing through the center of the entire disk, right? So we want to calculate the moment of inertia along this line, and the distance between both the line is small d, right? And we want to calculate the moment of inertia along this line, right? Okay, so how we can calculate? Listen, this is I. We want to calculate I here, and this is what? The center. Let's say center is O, so this is IO. So applying parallel axis theorem, IO will be equal to I plus ID. Yes, champion. The moment of inertia along the axis passing through the center of the disk will be equal to the sum of moment of inertia along this axis and plus moment of inertia due to this separation, right? So I naught is the moment of inertia at the center, so this will be mr square by 2, this center line, this is the line which passing through here, and we want to calculate I, so keep it as it is. We can also write this quarter disk, so we can write QD. quarter disk, plus ID. What will be ID? ID due to this distance. So this will be md square. And we have d here. We have d here. 4r into root 2, 4r into root 2, 4r into root 2 divided by 3 pi. Whole square. Wow. Whole square. So what will be IQD? I due to I of quarter disk will be equal to mr square minus m 4r by 3 pi whole square, and root 2 square will become 2. So any option is there? Can we please find out the option? So mr square by 2, mr square by 2 minus root 2, where is the root 2? Yeah, this is the root 2, 4r by 3 pi, here plus, no, minus sign will come, minus sign. This option is correct, option number B will be correct. Who responded option number B? Ranjita, very good Ranjita. Champion, very good. So please, one thing is very important here. Listen, I'm writing here separately. Coordinates of COM, center of mass, for a quarter of disk. Please write it down this format. So the coordinate means x and y. X and y is equal to what? 4r by 3 pi, 4r by 3 pi and 4r by 3 pi. But make sure when the mass distribution is uniform, 4r by 3 pi, 4r by 3 pi, this is the important. So in this question, the student who knew this is nothing for those students. Yes, very good. Okay. So please write it down in your fair notebook. Okay, moving to next. Oh my God. A particle of mass m is attached to 3 identical springs A, B and C, each of force constant K. Okay, so all the springs are identical. It means that the force constant is K here, spring constant, sorry, KK. Okay. If the particle of mass m is pushed slightly, if the particle of mass m, okay, this mass m is pushed slightly against the spring A, okay, against the spring A. Where is A? Hey, this is A. So against, it means this is stationary, against means in this direction. Very good. Against the A and released, then the time period of oscillation will be what? Okay. So what will be the time period of oscillation? So my dear champion, listen, if we all are looking forward to calculate the time of oscillation of spring, so do you know the formula? Time of oscillation of spring is equal to 2 pi under root m by k. This is the formula. This is the formula. But the most important thing here is K effective. Here, how many springs are there? 3 springs. So we have to find out here the spring constant effective. What is the effective spring constant? Then only you can put the value of K here, and then the final result will come in front of you. So basically in this question, the most important part is to find out the K effective. So let's find out the K effective. So let's find out the total force first. So listen champion, if the particle of mass m is pushed slightly against the spring A, means we are pushing it in this direction. So force here. So let's assume this is pushed by x distance. So do you know the force due to A, the AFA will be equal to minus kx. Let's assume minus kx. Is it clear? Okay. Now, if I talk about one important thing, so if we draw a line here, straight line, and can you see here, my dear champion, when you are pushing this m mass of object particle in this direction, so this will also stretched, this spring will also stretched. So if this is stretching, so the restoring force will go in in this direction, opposite direction. You all know the restoring force of a spring always acts in the opposite direction of displacement. So if the spring, both the springs are stretching in this format, so the restoring force will go in this direction. So let's assume this is the force of C, restoring force basically, and here the force of B. So what will be the direction of restoring force of this? So my dear champion, here is 45 degree. Oh, and if this is FK making 45 degree here, so this will be FC cos 45, and for this here is also 45, so this will be FB cos 45. And one very important thing, if this is, we are pushing this A spring, pushing, so the restoring force will go in upward direction. I hope you all know the restoring force of the spring always acts in the opposite direction of displacement. So if the spring is pushing down, so the restoring force will go up. So here this will be FA. All are in the same direction. So the resultant free restoring force F will be equal to here FA plus FB cos 45 plus FE cos 45. Right, champion? FA plus FB cos 45 plus what is this? FC cos 45. And do you know, if I write here F is equal to minus kx, and here this is FA, so this will be minus kx, and here this is FB, so this FB is also minus kx 1 by root 2, and here this is minus kx, the displacement will be, because all are identical, so this is equal to this, right? So can we cancel minus minus? So minus minus will be cancelled here. So I think we all are getting here. So this will be kx, kx, kx. This is k effective, no? Why we are writing here k? This is k effective. Wow. So this is k effective into x. So x will be cancelled here. This. So k effective we have is equal to k plus k by root 2 plus k by root 2. So k effective will be, can we take root 2 common here, LCM? So root 2 came here, k root 2 plus k plus k. So this will become 2k plus root 2k divided by root 2. Now k, we can take k common here. So this is equal to 2 plus root 2 divided by root 2. Okay, so yeah, do one thing. Let's don't make it complex. This is very complex methodology. I think, let me give you a very shortcut trick. Very shortcut. I hope till here no problem is there, my dear champion. First tell me any problem to anyone. Let me give you a very short trick from here. So did you understand the concept of force? Force, restoring force of C will go in this direction. Restoring force of B will go in this direction, cos component, and restoring, because we are pushing this spring. So if this spring tends to go in this downward direction, so the restoring force will go in upward direction. So resultant force due to this spring, due to this spring, due to this spring, all are acting in the same direction. I hope this is clear to you all, champion. Yes, tell me, which option will be correct? Kishu. Who responded B? Okay. Option number D or B? Ranjita is writing option number D and Kishu is writing option number B, guys. Confusion? Are you guys getting confused, champions? Come on, tell me. Which option? Lot of students are watching. See, my dear, the restoring force of C is in upward direction because we are pushing this spring. If we are pushing this, this will stretch. Okay? So restoring force here, but the cos component in upward direction, and the cos component of B will be also in upward direction, and the restoring force of A will be in upward direction. So all the restoring force are in option B, sir. Option B, sir. Okay, just wait a little while. I'm waiting for others option. See, after this, a small logic is there. I'm waiting for that. Just a little while, please. Lot of students are here. I'm waiting for others. Yes, which option? Come on, champions. This is the concept of restoring force. Come on, restoring force. You all know restoring force. When we stretch or compress a spring, the spring tends to come in its original state, and that's why the spring, there is a force developed inside the spring in the opposite direction of displacement. That is called restoring force, which is equal to minus kx. Mansha is writing option number B. Okay, just wait a little while. Only Ranjita option B. A lot of students are writing option number. Sweta is giving option number B. Okay. I will also go with majority. The majority, I will go to majority. Very easy question. Restoring force concept. Okay, so see, in this question there is a small logic. I was waiting for that logic. I want to see option number B. M by 2k you guys are writing option number B. Okay, so there is a small logic. I was waiting to get the response for that logic from you guys. Listen, when this spring is stretched, listen champion, let me show you the diagram. A spring, this is spring, a spring C, and this is spring B. My dear champion, when this spring is got stretched by distance y, this is y, but we are taking the force in this direction. So if the force is in this direction here, so we have to take the component of y is also in this direction. So this will be y cos 45. Or if you are taking the stretch as x, the stretching in spring is you are taking as x, so this will be x 45. So that is the important point here in this question. Now listen champion, so F will be equal to FA, let's write kx minus, now I'm taking x here, now minus for FB, this will be k and x will be taken as x cos 45. Can you see here why? Because the stretching is going on in this direction. Here this is the stretching and we are considering the force in this direction. So if this spring is stretched by y, so this will be in this direction y cos 45. Are you getting my point? So that was the important point. So this is, or let's say this is x, so that will be x cos 45. So this is x cos 45 and cos 45 is already there. This is minus again, so this will be minus k and x cos 45, and this cos 45 is already there due to component resolution, and this is k f. So can we write here f as minus k effective into x? So this will become, all will become positive. So let's say this is minus kx and minus, can we take minus common, and all are same. So we can write here 2k, and 2k here is x cos 45 into cos 45. Right, so minus, if we ignore minus sign here, so k effective into x will be equal to kx plus 2 kx cos 45 is 1 by root 2 and one more cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 cancel, so this will cancel here, x will be cancelled here. Can we see here, this x will be cancelled here, so k effective is equal to k, and this is k. So oh my god, once you get 2k k effective, now we can put here in k effective that formula 2 pi m by k. So t will be equal to 2 pi under root m by k effective, and k effective we got here, so that is 2k. So option number B will be correct. B, Sweta is correct, Ranjita is correct, Mansa is correct, Kishu is correct. Very good, everyone. So K effective, the most important thing in this question is to find out the K effective. Once you get the K effective, directly use the formula and put the value of K effective there. Very good. Very good. Congratulations to all the students who responded option number B as their correct answer. Very good. Moving to next. Wow. Let's solve this question. Let me tell you guys, you all can solve this question just in 1 minute, or 30 seconds is enough. 30 seconds or 1 minute. Yes. You all can get the answer of this question just in 30 seconds. 30 seconds is enough for this question. 30 seconds. Yes, which option will be correct? Shweta, Ranjita, Mansha, Kishu. Tell me, for this question, which option will be correct? A satellite is moving around the earth, okay? There is a satellite moving around the earth with speed v in a circular orbit of radius r. If the orbit radius is decreased by 1%, then what will be the impact on its speed? So my dear, here we are talking about satellite, which is moving its circular orbit. And we are talking about speed of the satellite. So do you know the formula? And if you don't know the formula, you cannot solve the question. Come on, sorry. If you don't know the formula, you cannot. If we are talking about satellite, so the orbital speed of the satellite is equal to under root gm divided by r. I hope you remember this formula. This is the formula for satellite, revolution of the satellite. This is the speed. And if we convert this in the form of like small g, acceleration due to gravity, so we can multiply by one more r in numerator and denominator. So this will become this gm by r square, and gm by r square is equal to what? Gm by r square into r. So this is basically what? Acceleration due to gravity. So v is also equal to a small g r. This is also equal to small g r. So both the formulas are same, right, champion? But we will not consider this formula in this question. We will consider this formula here, because if we consider this formula, so the velocity is depending on acceleration due to gravity, and acceleration due to gravity is not a fixed quantity. Acceleration due to gravity also varies, changes. So we will consider this formula only. Here in this formula, capital G is universal gravitational constant, which is constant. Capital M is the mass of the earth, which is constant. So V is depending only on a small radius. So here, considering this formula, V is proportional to 1 by, we can write here, R half. So we can also modify this format in this term, R half can be written as this. And do you know, this question is based on percentage change. Change is percentage. So we have already studied, we have solved a lot of questions. If you are not having clarity on this, in this particular such questions, so go and watch my first session of unit and measurement of NEET. So everything will be crystal clear for you. So we can write this as dV by V into 100. That will be equal to minus 1 by 2, come whatever the power is there, power always comes in front. So this will be equal to dr by r. We want to calculate percentage change, so dr by r into 100 we can write in this format. The power minus 1 by 2 will come in front. Now can you see here, the satellite is moving around the earth with, so we have to find out here the change in speed. So we want to calculate this. So dv by v into 100 is equal to minus 1 by 2, and this is the percentage change in radius. dr by r into 100 is what? Percentage change in radius, and the percentage change in radius is equal to 1%. So we can write here 1. And decrease, this is decrease, so this is basically equal to minus 1. Please keep it in mind. And minus minus will be plus. So this is equal to 1 by 2, and 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5. Any option is there? So this is also decreased by here. Any option? Decrease by decrease by 0.5%. Minus minus plus we are getting here. Oh, sorry, positive is there, no? Why I'm taking, this is positive sign we are getting. So positive sign, minus minus plus, positive sign. So increase by 0. And this is obvious. Here R is in denominator form. So if R is increasing, right, so V will be decreasing. Here the question is saying that the radius of this satellite is moving this, and the radius is decreased. And if the radius is decreased, if you decrease this, so V will be increased, na? So that's why option number B will be correct. Sorry. B, sir. Yes, Shweta. Shweta, correct. Mansha, correct. Superb, guys. Keshu is also correct here. Option number B. So I hope this question is clear to you all, my dear champion. Any problem to anyone? So to solve such questions, you must know the formula. If you don't know the formula, how you can proceed the solution? So this is all about. We are getting positive sign, na? And positive sign, it means that increasing. Okay. Moving to next question. Length of a sonometer wire between two fixed ends is 110 centimeter. If the fundamental frequencies are in the ratio 1 ratio 2 ratio 3, then what is the ratio of length of these segment of the wire? Do you know the sonometer? There is a formula. Let me give you a hint. 1/2L under root something. If you know the formula of sonometer, the relationship between length of the wire of sonometer and the frequency, you can solve this question. Let's try once again. One more question. Yes, everyone. Try this question, champions. Yes. We are talking about here sonometer. So do you know the formula of sonometer? Yes. Try it once, please, champions. Which option will be correct? Sweta, you are responding for which question? For present question or previous one? So we are talking about sonometer, and if you know the formula of sonometer, the formula which relates the length of the sonometer and the frequency, you can solve the question. Yes. Option B. Kishu is writing option number B. Mansha is also writing option number B. Okay. Very good. Just wait a little while. I got the answer. I also got the answer. I also know your answer is correct or not, but I cannot reveal. Just wait a little while. Very easy question. Come on. Who is this? Manasaya. Any other one? I am waiting for others' response. No one? Very easy question. Length of sonometer wire between two fixed ends is 100 centimeters. So length is also fixed here in this question. If the fundamental frequencies are in the ratio 1 ratio 2 ratio 3, then what is the ratio of lengths of these segments of wire? This is the question here. Sweta is writing option number B. Okay. Shweta is also giving me option number B. Okay. Okay. So let's do. I don't want to waste the time because we have to do a lot of questions here in this session. Only 3 options. Kiku option number B. Mansha is writing option number B. Sweta is giving me option number B. Let's solve the question. So my dear champion, in sonometer, we are talking about sonometer. So in sonometer, the frequency of the sonometer is having a special formula 1 by 2L, let's say right here, capital L. 1 by 2L under root T by mu. This is the formula for sonometer, for the frequency. 1 by 2L under root T by mu. I hope you have understood the formula. 1 by 2L under root T by M. T is the tension of the spring. This sonometer, I hope you have seen the sonometer. Sonometer look like this. And there are wire here. So this is the wire of sonometer. So when we use a tuning fork, and after vibrating the tuning fork we touch the sonometer, so there is a vibration comes up and we used to calculate the frequency. So such experiments are there in class 12th. So this is all about, and L is the length, and here this is the tension. Tension is similar, and mu is the mass per unit length, which is also same. So here in this format, can you see the frequency of the sonometer? The frequency of the sonometer is inversely proportional to length. Inversely proportional to length. Yes, my dear champion. So now we can also say, if nu is inversely proportional to L, so we can say L is inversely proportional to nu. Simple. Now we have to calculate what is the ratio of length. So L1 ratio L2 ratio L3 will be equal to 1 by nu1, 1 by nu2, and 1 by nu3. And here in this question, frequency is given in the ratio 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. So we can write here 1 by 1 ratio 1 by 2 ratio 1 by 3. Now this is not option, and no option is there. So if you can see here, the ratio, the LCM of 1, 2, 3 is 6. So we can multiply by 6. So 6 ratio 6 into 1 by 2 ratio 6 into 1 by 3. So what we are getting here, 6 ratio, this will cancel 3, and this 3 will cancel 2. Oh my God, 6 ratio 3 ratio 2. Answer number B will be correct answer. Yes. Option number B, Kishu is writing 1 by 6. Very good, yaar. Superb. Manasa Sir B, Shweta B, Kishu. Very good champions. Superb. Awesome, yaar. Awesome. You all are really awesome. Very good. So please keep this formula in mind when we talk about sonometer. This is the motto of revision, to have a look to the formulas. So along with the questions numerical, you guys are revising the formula also, which plays important role. Manasa, yeah. Okay, moving to next question. Two particles of masses m and 2m are charges, and charges 2q and q are placed in uniform electric field. Uniform electric field means electric field is constant and allowed to move for the same time, means time is same. Then the ratio of kinetic energy will be what? So my dear, here we are talking about two particles. Two particles, both are having mass and 2m mass, and the charges 2q and q. And both the particles are placed in uniform electric field, means electric field is constant. And we have to find out here the ratio of kinetic energy. Listen, champion. So here in this question, can you see, when a particle goes in electric field, so the force acting on electric field due to electric field is QA, and the force acting due to kinematic motion is equal to mass into acceleration. So acceleration we can write QE divided by m. You might be thinking, sir, what you are doing here? See, champion, why I have calculated here acceleration? Why? Because in this question we have to find out the ratio of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of first particle to kinetic energy of second. And kinetic energy has formula half m v1 square, and this is half the mass of second particle is 2m, and this is v2 square. Do you know anything about velocity here in this question? No, you don't know. Do we have any information about velocity? No. So our target is to find out the velocity first, so that you can find out the ratio of kinetic energy numerically. So we don't have any information of velocity. That's why I'm struggling there to find out the velocity. So my dear, we have formula V is equal to U plus AT. Do you remember this formula? V is equal to U plus AT. So if we apply this formula, V1 is equal to U, initially all were at rest. So this is equal to A into T. And if we talk about here, this is the acceleration. So V1 is equal to A, can we put here Q E divided by m into T. And we are talking about here for the first charge. So in this charge, the first particle is having 2q charge, and the electric field is constant, mass is constant. So basically V1 will be equal to QT. Why? The mass and electric field is also uniform now, so we can ignore E and F. So this is equal to QT. So V1 will be QT, and similarly V2 will be what, my dear champion? Where is this? Okay, the first particle is 2, so this is 2q. Okay, this is 2. Okay, V2, the second particle having charge Q, so this will be equal to here QE divided by T. So this is QT. So this is first and this is second. So can we put here? So half mv, this 2 will cancel, this mm cancel. So v1 square divided by v2 square. v1, where is v1? v1 is 2qt. 2qt whole square divided by, where is vt? v2. v2 is equal to qt whole square. So this is 4 q square t square, and this is equal to q square only t square. q square t square cancel. So we are getting here 4:1 is correct answer. Is it 4:1 or something else? Guys, 8:1 will come or 4:1? Can we check it again? Anything is there? If anything is there, this is half. This half is already cancelled now. One silly mistake. This half is already cancelled, right? So this half is there. So we cannot ignore this. So a silly mistake is there. So one silly mistake can lead you reduction of marks, champion. So let me give you the confirmation about it. So this half will be as it is here, right? Now a half into v1. v1 is equal to what? 2qt. 2qt whole square, and divided by 1. This is v2, and v2 we have is equal to qt. This is qt whole square. So this will become, this is 4 q square t square, and divided by 2, and divided by, this is q2 square, q square t square. So anything is there? Any? I think something we are missing, because something we are missing anywhere. Just a second, guys. Just a second, champion. Just write it again. I think we missed something here. So this is half. This is half m1 v1 square, and this is half m1. M1 is m, and m2 is 2m. This we were missing there. 2m is there, and this is v2 square. This is very important thing. 2m also plays important role. This is m. So now can you see here, my dear champion? The velocity is equal to u plus at. V is equal to u plus at, and a we have is qe by m. So in this format, the velocity of the body, which is equal to at, so velocity will be equal to qe by m into t. QE by m into t. This is the format. Yes. Who got it? 2m by square. Only one student responded here. Only one student. This is so like, Kishu, your answer is 8:1. What about others? Manasa, Shweta? Yes, try it once, please. At least you should try. Try it once, please. I'm waiting. This is the format here. QE by m into t. So listen, if you want to write, listen, this is V1. So for V1, charge is what? 2Q. So this will be 2Q. And E is same. Time is same. And mass for this is only m. So this is m. Now if we talk about V2, so for V2, charge is what? For V2, for velocity of second particle, the charge will be only q, but the mass will be 2m. So this will be equal to q. This is q into electric field into t, but the mass will be 2m. The mass of second body will be 2m. So this was the difference. Now we can put these two things here. You can get the result. So this is half into m, and V1 square, this is the V1 square. So here is 2q e t by m whole square divided by, this is V2, half into 2, and this is m already there, and V2 square, V2 is this, q e t divided by 2m. Yes, this is the format. Now solve this. So here this 2 will cancel, this m will be cancelled, and here QE square. So QE square will cancel. This is QE square will cancel, and here M square will be cancelled, and M will be also cancelled, and this T will be cancelled here. So we are getting 2 to the 4, 2 to the 4. So 4 divided by 2 and divided by here one more 2, 1 by 2, 2 square, and 2 square will be 1 by 4. So this will be 16 by 2, which is equal to 8:1. Any option is there? This is the correct format. Option number A will be correct. Sir, option number A. Sir, option number A. Very good. 8:1 is correct option. See, when you are solving the physics numerical, now we need to stay very calm. You know, a silly mistake can lead wastage of a lot of time, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes will be gone. So when you are solving the physics numerical, stay very calm, very calm. Even toppers made mistake. We are human being, and always human being may make mistake anywhere. So when you are solving physics numerical, stay very calm, champion. Moving to next. An equilateral prism has an angle of minimum deviation 30 degree. The total deviation if a ray is incident normally on the surface. Wow. Such a good question, I can say simply. It looks very easy, but this is logical question. Anyone is there who can give me answer of this question just in 5 minutes? I'm giving you 5 minutes for this question. And anyone who can give me answer of this question just in 1 minute? Come on, give me which option will be correct. This is very easy but very logical. Let me tell you. This question is very easy but very logical. If you know the formula, we are talking about here prism. An equilateral prism has an angle of minimum deviation 30 degree. The total deviation of a ray incident normally on the surface is what? Wow. So we all know when a ray incidents normally, so it goes inside the mirror, inside anything, inside any medium without any deviation. So at the first surface no deviation will be there because the ray is incidenting normally. But when that ray which is entered inside the prism will incident to any other surface, so there will be something phenomena. Then we have to, in this question we have to check that phenomena, what is going on to the next surface. So let me give you the solution for this question. So first let me show you the picture here. So basically there is a prism. This is prism here, equilateral prism. So we all know this will be 60 degree. Anyone responded here? Option B. Manasha is writing option number D. So Manasha, you are responding for this question or previous one? For this? Okay. Option number D, you guys are writing none of these. I've already told you this question is logical one. Okay, listen. So this is equilateral prism, and if this is equilateral prism champion, so this angle will be equal to 60 degree. All the angles will be equal to 60 degree because we are talking about equilateral prism. Okay. One light ray is incidentating. Let's say this is the light ray here. This light ray here. This light ray is incidenting normally. Normally means at 90 degree. Yeah, I need, let me draw it again. I need some space here. So this light ray is incidenting. Yeah, this is incidenting normally champion. And if this light ray is incidenting normally, so this will go without deviation and it will go here. Let's draw, if this light ray has reached to this surface, now let's draw one more normal. This will be the normal here. But we don't know what will be happening next. What will happen here, we don't know. Whether the light will go out, whether the light ray will incident inside the same medium. It means TIR will be there or not, total internal reflection. We are not sure. When we can say TIR is going or not? After finding out the critical angle of this prism. We have to find out the critical angle first. So let's find out the critical angle. And to find out the critical angle, we all know we have formula mu is equal to 1 by sine IC. Sine IC. So we can also write here sine IC critical angle is equal to 1 by mu. So we don't know mu. So first we have to find out mu here. And to find out the mu, we have formula A plus minimum deviation divided by 2 sine and divided by sine A by 2. We have this formula. Now can we please apply the formula? So this is equal to sine. Now A, where is A? A is angle of prism. This is A. So A is 60 degree. So 60 plus angle of minimum deviation here in this question is 30 degree. So this is 30 divided by 2 divided by sine A by 2. Sine A by 2 means 60 by 2. Now, can we see here this 60 plus 30? Do you know 60 plus 30, 90 by 2? Sine 90 is equal to 1. And here, sine 60 by 2. 60 by 2 is 30 degree and sine 30 is equal to? Sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2. Now, if we write here 1 by 2, champion, please listen here carefully. This is 1 by 2. So, sine 30 is 1 by 2. So, if we write here 1 by 2, this 1 by 2 will go there. It implies that we are getting here this is equal to 2, mu is equal to 2. So if mu is equal to 2, what will be sine IC? Sine IC will be 1 by 2. We have this formula. So 1 by 2 and sine 1 by 2, sine is equal to 1 by 2. It implies that angle of critical angle is also equal to 30 degree. I hope this is clear to you everyone. How much is the angle of critical angle? How much is the angle of critical angle? The critical angle in this question is equal to 30 degree. This formula is very important. Let me underline this formula in box. This is very important formula for prism. So here it is clear that the angle of prism is equal to 60 degree and angle of critical angle is equal to 30 degree. This is clear. Now let's decide whether this angle, this light ray that is incident normally to the first surface will get into TIR or not. So listen champion, can you see here this this is a straight line. Let's draw this straight line in this way. If just imagine if the prism would not there, so without this prism this light ray will tends to go in this direction, but due to prism something is going on, some phenomena is going on. So let me draw a solid line because it is happening. Now champion, if you look at this angle, look at that angle, just imagine, very important thing I want to show you here champion. So for this I need to erase this line, and 60 degree also. Just imagine, very important thing. Here is this 60 degree and what will be this angle champion? 90 degree, and 90 plus 60 is 50 degree. 150 degree, and if 90 plus 60 is 150 degree, so what will be this angle? Oh my god, this angle will be 30 degree. And if this angle will be 30 degree, so what will be this angle? This angle will be 60 degree. Because why? Because this line is normal and normal is always 90 degree. It implies that this angle has to be 60 degree. And can you see here, this angle is incident angle for this surface. And if incident angle is greater than critical angle, so what will happen? What will happen? Total internal reflection will take place. Here 60 degree is greater than critical angle, and if 60 degree is greater than critical angle, it means that TIR will take place. Yes, TIR will take place. And TIR means if the light ray is incident this format here, this way, so the light ray will reflect in the same medium. Oh my god, the light ray, this is the angle. Okay, so the light ray will reflect in the same medium. And at which angle? According to law of reflection. If this is 60 degree, so this light ray will reflect at angle 60 degree, same. So this angle will also be 60 degree, angle of reflection. Now, can you see the question here? The question is saying, and one more thing, what will be this angle champion? This is 60. And what will be this? So what will be this? Can you see? If this is 60, this is 90, so it has to be 30 degree. And in this question, we have to find out the total angle, total deviation. It means that original direction, this direction, and final direction, the gap between this. So this will be the total deviation. This will be the total deviation. Total deviation in this question, the total deviation will be this. And what will be this angle? Can you find out? Champions, look, here this is 30 degree, and this will be what? This is 30, so this is also will be 30. So what will be the total deviation? The total deviation will be equal to 60 degree. Option number B will be correct. Logic, lot of logic in this question. So the total deviation, this was the original direction, and finally the light ray is going in this direction. So this will be what, my dear champion? Total deviation of the light ray. Yes, problem is clear, everyone? Option number B, yes. Ranjita correct, Shweta correct, Kishu correct. Superb, guys, awesome. So please take a screenshot, please. And here we are talking about, this is at second surface. At second surface, this is going on. Yes, Kishu, 60 degrees correct answer. Total deviation. Moving to next. So this is all about the most predictable question, champion. And one more important announcement for you all. So on Deeksha Karnataka channel, we have launched All India free mock test series to boost and to instill final confidence among you all, to give you final confidence at the last moment. So make sure to download the mock test series and solve each question given in the mock test. And in the form of giveaway, we have already launched short mind maps for entire physics syllabus of your NEET syllabus and biology as well. So we have already launched both of things on our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube channel, on description of YouTube channel, don't go any video, the description of YouTube channel itself, there is a link of blue color on the front page of the YouTube page. So go and hit the link. Let me show you a small demonstration how you all can get this mock test, my dear champion. So to download mock test, you need to, just a second, let me show you, just a second, guys. Okay, so my dear champion, to all NEET aspirants, to all future doctors, if you want to get this all India based mock test series, India's based free mock test series, which is 100% online and 100% free, so my dear all champion, you need to go to Deeksha Karnataka YouTube channel. There is nothing complexity, very simple method, very simple. Go to Deeksha Karnataka YouTube channel, open it, and after opening Deeksha Karnataka YouTube channel, you all can see this is the link which is reflecting in front of you. Nothing challenging. Just hit this link, put your email address and password, register yourself. Let me show you demonstration. After clicking on this link, this interface will come in front of you. Right? Now click here, enroll for free. After clicking on enroll for free, this interface will come in front of you. So you require your email address and create your password and sign up. After signing up, you will get access of mock test and you can solve the questions. Yes, so my dear champion, this is very simple method. You can go and grab this, because a lot of students in past few years, they get benefited from our mock test, because we haven't picked up simple and random question here. We have created the question. Our top faculties and experienced faculty, they have designed their questions, right? There are not random questions just we have picked from here and there. No, we have designed this mock test by putting extensive experience and a lot of research, my dear. We have been working dedicatedly on this project for last 1.5 months, right? Then it could become possible, my dear champion. So go and download, get the access of mock test, and please make sure to solve each and every question of the mock test. That will be boost up, that will give you final confidence at this particular phase of time, because today is 30th April. I think you have only 2 days, 1st May and the 2nd May. So better is, don't move to different books, don't try to study anything new. The best method to revise, the best method to give last minute confidence is to solve mock test only. And revise the formula as much as you all can, my dear champion. The notes that you have is enough for you. whatever you have studied so far, that is enough for you. Formulas plays important role in physics, and doing mock test, right? So go without any further delay, solve. Okay, thank you so much for having me in this live class, and thank you so much for coming in the live session. Let's catch me in next session, and yeah, I'll be coming in next session very soon. So bye bye, take care, and follow good diet. Take care of yourself, take care of your health, and follow your parents, listen your parents. Thank you so much. Bye bye.